It took nearly a year for Chris Rock to very publicly respond to what Will Smith did at the Oscars last year, when Will Smith walked up on stage being all offended over a joke that Chris Rock told about his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, and slapped Chris Rock in the face live in front of the entire world. Chris Rock held his tongue for a while, made a little one or two comments here and there during comedy shows, but then he let loose on Netflix, on his live comedy special on Netflix, and it was the perfect time. And maybe Will Smith, one of the reasons that the reports are out there that Will Smith is so embarrassed and hurt over Chris Rock's comments, and reportedly he wished that he would just drop it and let it go. Imagine that. Imagine being the dude that went up on stage and slapped the comedian in the face while he was doing his job at the Oscars, but you're embarrassed and hurt over the words that that person tells nearly a year later in a Netflix special. It's sad and it's bitch made, but this is Will Smith, the guy who sat there and smiled, I guess, while his wife was taking dick from another dude half his age. But maybe one of the reasons that these reports are coming out of how hurt he was is because Will Smith was ready to make his big comeback. For a while now, people have been talking, you know what, it's time for Will Smith to come back. He did his Emancipation movie, where I guess that's one way to get back in good graces, do a slave movie. That'll get the media back on your side. And a lot of PR people predicted that this would happen. A year after Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars, he's already winning awards. His comeback was nearly guaranteed, crisis PR experts say. And yes, he is starting to get some gigs back. He's starting to get some jobs back. They did announce for Bad Boys 4. He's got some Netflix thing going on. Obviously, his Apple TV slave show as well, or slave movie as well. So maybe that's why, because Chris Rock waited for the perfect time. He probably thought Chris Rock wasn't going to say anything about it. It'd been this long. It's about that time. But Chris Rock waited for the perfect moment. Just a week or two before the Oscars. Just a week or two before, they're probably going to have to address it in some way at the Oscars that everyone's going to be paying attention. Everyone's going to remember what happened last year. Chris Rock drops this nuke, and it wasn't just on Will Smith. It was on Jada Pinkett Smith, and she reportedly is not very happy about it either. Jada Pinkett Smith has no part in Will Smith's feud with Chris Rock, says the comedian is obsessed with her. Okay, it's coming up to a year since the infamous slap heard around the world when host Chris Rock was belted by Will Smith on stage after making a joke about his wife's baldness. In the final 10 minutes of the first comedy special since, the comedian addressed the incident, and fans are curious to see how Jada Pinkett responded. Of course, neither her nor Will have publicly said anything. It's all sources say, sources tell insiders, sources tell Entertainment Tonight, like all these things coming out. Jada Pinkett Smith hasn't issued a statement, but sources close to her and her husband say they both want to put the attack behind them. Yeah, I'm sure you do. And it wasn't even really about that hurt Will. It was about everything that came out after. It was everyone reminding everyone of the entanglements, of what Jada Pinkett Smith had done, of embarrassing Will Smith in front of his entire family and in front of the entire world. Their marriage, and listen, people have relationship problems, there's no doubt. But the difference is some people don't go out of their way to broadcast those problems to the entire world like they did. And here's the alleged, he's just obsessed with me. Jada has no part in all this other than being heckled. An insider told People. Chris is obsessed with her, and it's been going on for 30 years. Look where he chose to film his Netflix special, her hometown of Baltimore. Obsessed. Yeah, that must have been it. There's no other reason to do a show in Baltimore. No one's ever gone to Baltimore before. No one's ever gone to the city of Baltimore to do a comedy special. It must just be because of Jada Pinkett Smith. But maybe this is one of those reasons, because Will Smith is ready for his comeback. He's ready to get back in the limelight, to try to recover some of that respect that he lost and get back in the limelight. Well, Chris Rock says, not so fast, buddy. I'm going to take a moment and remind everybody of what a massive bitch you and your wife actually are. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.